As y'all can see, nothing is edited. I'm just talking, okay? My daughter just came in, my other daughter just came home, and dog goes crazy. My grandkids go cuckoo. But anywho, I'm gonna pick up where I think I left off, and we're recording. So, all right. So we were right here saying her organs got measured for transplanting. So for they just decided to play God, and I learned this thing off the show. It said, and for the purpose of a potential lawsuit, Bayfront Medical Hospital playing God is just my opinion, not something of fact. So there you go. So here, they decided to measure her organs and determine what she was going to be. Okay? With already, I had been notified. And I was her only next of kin. So, I pray nobody goes through this, what I've gone through. But I know people have gone through this, and nobody ever says anything. And you know something? I have to say this. Right now, my daughter, she would be nudging me saying, Mom, be quiet. Mom, don't say anything. She would be telling me not to say anything. She wouldn't want me to say it, tell what happened. But I'm telling everyone what happened. Because if you've been through this, and those that have never been through anything like this, I would never want anyone to go through any of this. So that's why I'm saying something. Because I don't want you to go through what I've been through. What I went through. So, I'm going to move over here. So 1122, in her file, in her records, it says there was no family available to talk to. And I guess that was in order for them to measure her organs, to set her up for organ donations. They claim that there was no family to tell her condition or to say what they wanted to do. And also to let you know that no one is supposed to touch you for organ donations until it is at death. Not until you're dead. This organization, LifeLink, is not supposed to be nowhere near, and no one is supposed to measure any organs unless you're dead. Khadijah was not dead. So this right here should have never happened. Never. So you think of it like this. Get a family member in a motorcycle accident. He ends up at the hospital. They prepare him for surgery. And then there's a doctor that works with the organ people, the LifeLink people, comes in and decides, oh, let's go ahead and measure their organs. Get them prepped for organ donation. When they should be paying attention to save their life, to make sure they survive what they've already been through. But instead of them preparing them or getting them fixed, surgery or whatever it is they need to save their life, to sustain their life or save their life, they start preparing them for organ donation for their own benefits. Because Khadijah was not an organ donor. She did not have that on her driver's license. Purposely. So at 4:45 a.m., and I have the document, LifeLink, which is the organ donation organization, LifeLink was notified saying that Khadijah was dead and that her organs were being prepared for them for donation. So LifeLink gets notified at 4 a.m. in the morning through their little Telelink service. Now this right here, this is in the records, that on this day, and I don't know what time, but it was after 10:07 p.m. they administered an abortion drip. It was some type of dosage. I'm going to put the dosage here. I think the dosage was like 477. There was a dosage that they administered to Khadijah to begin an abortion on her. That's in the records. That on the 16th, they took it upon themselves to decide to start clearing the baby out of her body. Mind you, let's take it back over here. I was notified. Bayfront Medical Hospital called me, but they never said anything about this, measuring my child's organs. I know you guys are having deja vu. I know a lot of you all are sitting there saying, oh my gosh, you're thinking back to a situation that you've been in a hospital where the hospital probably tried to act like there was no family around and that they could do whatever they want to. In Khadijah's record, they administered on this date an abortion drip to start it. Anyway, and that happened after 10:07 p.m. And the reason why I say that happened after 10:07 p.m. is because in her records it shows, that they did an ultrasound on her around this time. So of her pelvis area, and this is where this is where they saw that she was pregnant at December 16th, around 10:07 p.m. they did that ultrasound. So they administered this after this hour, after 10:07 p.m. So I'm not sure what time, if it was in the a.m. or when, but they did it. So first, Dr. Fredericks decided to measure her organs. Then I guess they realized she was pregnant, so they figured, okay, well, we can't take these organs if she's pregnant, because that would cause disease or things from the pregnancy if she dies. So they're pre-planning everything about my child. Anyway, so let me turn my thing a little bit more, because I put a lot of stuff up. Not much, I still got more to do. Trying to put the times up. So then in the AM, she went to, pull this closer. Y'all see that better? Good. In the AM, she went into recovery, December 16th, really into the 17th, the morning of the 17th, but into the AM, She was in recovery. Into the AM because her older sister traveled from out of town when she found out. Actually, my oldest daughter found out Khadijah had been in a situation before me. So my oldest daughter had already been trying to call me, but the doctor got a hold of me before um, before my oldest daughter did. Right. My the doctor got a hold of me first, then my daughter did, but my daughter was already on the road, headed down there. So she arrived into the AM of December 16th. Khadijah's sister, oldest sister. So here on the 17th, the organ recipients were contacted. Okay. These people, LifeLink, contacted the recipients on the 17th and the 18th of December. Now, the reason why I say this is I talked to the organ, these LifeLink people, and they have like a counselor that will talk to you to kind of try to let you know, answer any questions that you have, and to just make you whatever. So anyway, I talked to her, and she told me that in order for organs to be transferred into anyone, the recipients have to do at least 1 week or a week and a half of orientation before they receive their organ, their new organ. Okay? So she also said that, the recipients are contacted immediately, and that's why they have this kind of like a telegram thing, where immediately when the hospital contacts them, so they don't miss out on any organs, it immediately goes into their database. And when they get it into their database, then they start figuring out who they're going to contact. And between these 2 days, December 18th, 17th, and 18th, they contacted the recipients for Khadijah's organs. Okay? Now, like I said, this is closure for me. So I'm going to bring it back down from a 10 to a 4. Okay? And I hope I'm helping others. I hope that this information that I've just simply read in my daughter's records, I hope this is helping. In the way, when I say I hope it's helping, I mean, I hope that if anyone has ever had questions or just something didn't feel right after leaving a hospital, or after a family member was hurt, or just the way the organ representative approached them before they had a chance to put the puzzle pieces together of their loved one that had just passed, then I hope this helps. So, and I hope this lets you see that if you go through something like this, to just make, I don't care who it is, make them slow it down so you can understand and know exactly what they're doing. So this information that I have here, all this stuff, this is information that this hospital did not want me to have. And I'm not saying that in a way to say, oh, they were hiding it. Well, all this information here is under an alias, was under an alias. So this is information that they didn't expect me to get. And that's why I got it. Because when I asked them what happened, they told me They don't know. Once again. So we got right here, recipients were contacted December 17th. Okay, so those 2 days the recipients were contacted. Here, December 16th in the AM, December 16th in the AM, she was in recovery. Then the morning of the 17th, let's go into the next morning, let's go into that morning, she was in recovery. And then December 17th PM, she was in recovery. Oh good, you guys can still see me. I'm gonna stop in a second. But in her records again, it claims no family, nobody was around to give them any history on Khadijah or anything, any information on her. First of all, they never asked. They never asked. Our family was in the room with Khadijah. No one asked about her history or about anything about her because I guess, I don't know. They didn't ask, they didn't have us sign anything. We didn't sign not one document the whole time we were at this hospital. Not one thing. And I guess for me, I didn't put it together because all I knew was I need my baby to survive. I need her to live. I need them to please help me help my child live. And it looked like that's what they were doing. It really did. It looked like that's what they were doing. She had made it through surgery. You know, if you pinched her or did something to her, she would like snatch away, like stop, like she was like, leave me alone, stop. You know, she would pull her arm up towards her face, like quit, or pull her hand up towards her body, both her face and her body. You know, like stop it, leave me alone. Like she was irritated. Okay, so here, AM, PM, whatever. So I didn't put this here, but I arrived on the 17th in the PM. I arrived. My brother was here this whole time, okay? By the time I got my flight from Florida, from Virginia to Florida, okay, and got there. Actually, my son drove in from Fort Bragg. So he drove in from Fort Bragg. We both actually arrived at the same time. He pulled into Florida, and I got off the plane, and I have my Google Maps that I'm going to print off, and I'm going to put that with this. I've printed it before, but I'm going to print it again. I'm going to put that with this because I was there. And then pretty much I just kind of did a little bit. But anyway, I just want to say to you guys, you know, pay attention to your family. Don't let the organization stress you. There's nothing wrong with donating organs. There's nothing wrong with giving. But if they do this kind of stuff prior to, if they have to go through this, that's not good. It's not good. You know, it makes everybody feel cheated. And they hide this information, you know. But I'll go over the rest of it later. So I'm going to do like a YouTube live. And I'm going to let you guys ask me questions. Let me pull my camera down. I'm going to let you guys ask me questions. And try to, if you guys have any questions, that's fine. But, you know, pretty much, so one thing real quick before I get off of here. Let's see how much time I've been on here. 19 minutes. Okay, so one thing, this information is on a separate set of documents. Let me show you. This lifelink stuff, separate set of documents. So when you ask for the documents from the hospital, you have to ask for the organization stuff. It's separate. It's separate from the hospital records. And the other thing is, so when I call the hospital and ask for Khadijah Wood's records, they tell me, okay, well, she only has like one file and one CD of her x-rays. And I had to tell them, no, that's where you're wrong. She has 3 files. One file was Khadijah Wood. Another file was Delta 049, which has only her birth date on there, 4/30/93. And the other file has trauma outlet on there. So they had Khadijah under 3 different names, all right, when they was doing all of this. So when I asked for records, as her mother, as the next of kin, her parent, the only thing they planned to give me was just only anything that has her name on it. Because normally you don't know about the other names. They put your family member under. So I guess I want to say that when you ask for records from the hospital or from any facility or any place that may have what you're looking for or what you want to look at, ask for the birth date. Okay, ask for the birth date, and that hopefully, I think that might bring up other things, all the information that you're looking for under different names. Ask for the birth date, give them the date of the hospital stay, and give them, I don't know, time window, because if they didn't put your family member under their name and they put them under an alias name, that's the only way you're going to find that information. And if you have a diligent records person working in the records department and someone that cares, because there was a lady that worked in the Florida in the Clearwater, in that hospital, Bayfront Medical Hospital. My eyes get big when I say it. The Bayfront Medical Hospital. It was a lady there. She really dug deep for me, and she found everything I needed. But I would have never found it had she not dug deep. So, you guys, thanks for listening, and I'm going to show you more. And like I said, I got closure. There's nothing, no lawsuit, none of that can come out of this. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. If I was not telling the truth, Bayfront Medical Hospital would be knocking on my door. Okay? They would not like what I'm doing if I was not telling the truth. If I wasn't telling the truth, I mean, if this wasn't true, I wouldn't be doing it. I wouldn't be telling you. And if I didn't think I should share it with you and that you needed to know this for your own good, and that this type of information is important, then I wouldn't be doing it. But I think it's important. This is important that other people know, what goes on with you there in your face at the hospital, any hospital, and I mean that literally. And I'm going to show you why later. All right. Have a good day. Thanks for caring, guys. Subscribe to my channel. Keep up with me. I'm going to make more videos, a lot more videos.